Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I'm back. To talk about the response to my last video. We will be talking about Melody versus AL and this whole lawsuit thing. He's suing her for $6,000. He has included the content creators, honey, that cover Love and Marriage Huntsville. In this lawsuit, he is saying that Melody has influenced us to talk about him. Okay, and I'm going to say this before I get started really quickly. You wouldn't have to worry about your reputation if you worked on your character. Okay? And that's something that a lot of people, they really need to get jiggy with. A lot of people, they want to make the money, but they don't want to work on their character, their bad behavior. It's somebody else's fault. This person, it's their fault that nobody wants to work with me. I don't have the subscriber amount that I should have. You hear all the entitlement, okay? The ego. A lot of us content creators, we talk about a lot of content creators, different beefs from Funky Dineva versus Michelle Brown to Claudia Jordan versus Al Reynolds down to the Fox Soul. A lot of us talk about Carlos King. Now, I'm mentioning all of these people, okay? Because all of these people are famous. They are known. Funky Dineva is a popular YouTuber, okay, with over 400,000 something subscribers. Carlos has got, over 200,000 subscribers. Why aren't these people suing people? Okay, with all of that influence, they're not suing people. Only the one with over 17,000 is suing and complaining and throwing fits and, you're basically operating with a lack of integrity. Okay? And this is what I tell you all about toxic people. They are never accountable for their behavior. Because what self-accountability looks like is, you know what? Damn, a lot of people, they don't like me. They notice how I have tried these desperate attempts to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I tried to get in through Melody, the big dog. Okay? I tried to get in through her. That door was closed. I tried to get in through Kiki. He has, release footage of the show. This is Carlos King's show. Carlos King actually could sue him. He could sue him. You were on the property of one of the scenes that they were shooting. You said you were invited by Miss Wanda. You took footage from where they were shooting. You threatened to release said footage. Okay? That's production's job. You have so much ego and delusion that you trying to take over production's job. Carlos King actually really, I hope he is paying attention to all of this. He should really sue you because you are the one, okay, that's coming after his production. You are the one that was on the phone with Kiki trying to get all the tea about the show. You put out footage about the Texas trip before it even aired. You did all of that. Couldn't get in through Melody. Couldn't get in through Kiki. Okay? You have kept saying in between time, you done with the show, just to hang on. Okay? You know how the garbage men hang on to the garbage truck? That's what he's doing. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It's like finding an addict that says that they're not going to use anymore. And you keep finding them, you know. You keep finding them with their addiction. You crashing out bad, baby. And it ain't good. But yeah, you got all those videos over there about you threatening the production crew. And yeah, I'm going to put this out if you say this. And that sounds like blackmail to me. Okay? So you get to bully and disrespect people, but nobody better not ever have anything to say about you, because they are so terrible. They are defaming your character. Are they defaming your character, or are they simply just watching your behavior and lack of accountability? We're just sitting up watching it, baby. We talk about bigger YouTubers than you. And I told y'all, it's something hit a little bit different with these YouTubers that came up in 2020. Something a little weak about them is something about them I don't like. The only one that I really fuck with, and I don't have nothing against anybody. When I say I really fuck with her, is I really admire her content, just how she puts her stuff together. And still, I don't watch her like that. Like, you know, like, I may, like, out the blue listen to her. I don't listen like to every video, because I got my certain people that I watch all the time, and y'all know how it is, you know, especially if you create content. You have people that you may visit from time to time. She's one of them. And I just like to hear what she has to say on particular issues. Shout out to Queen Sheba. And she said my name. She said brand new 175. It's 715, baby, but I ain't mad at you because I love you. I love me some Queen Sheba. You know why I like Queen Sheba? Because I thought that I had her figured out, right? I was like, oh, she's so prim and proper, and you know, like she kind of a little bit of the opposite of me. We still have some similarities, right? And then I heard her cuss, honey, and I love a cusser, because Miss Robinson is a cusser, honey. Okay. I got a picture of me, baby, when I was a baby. I think I'm gonna post it to the community tab. I was in my sailor dress, honey. But as a kid, I would cuss. It was like I was grown. And it was almost like my mother was okay with it, because she'd just be like, that's just Brandy shit. Brandy, don't play that shit. My mother told me a long time ago, she said, oh, honey, I knew you wasn't having it. I knew the type of baby I had. Oh, greedy baby, want to eat up everything, watch the soap operas. I would put you in front of the TV, baby. You fall asleep. You know, you always loved the TV. Okay, my mama was old school. Okay, put that food in front of you and then you get to eating and you sleep, honey. She didn't, look, that's how she put you down for your nap. She'll just have me sleeping in my food, child. But yeah, I fuck with Queen Sheba, though. The way she be fussing and cussing, honey. And I was listening to her, because she was talking about the lawsuit, and she was just like, honey, I was laughing until I heard my name. I thought that was so funny. I was so tickled by that. So like I said, shout out to her. I really like her because she is a lot like me with all this legal stuff. It's like, girl, ain't nobody got time to be going to court. That shit is weak to me. It's weak. We talk about, like I said, big YouTubers over here. Funky Dineva, Carlos King, okay? Who was a YouTuber, producer. Okay, he got slashes in his name. Who are you again? You got less than 20,000. You got more than me, okay? But I told y'all, I'm not fooled by people's numbers. I look at your character. I look at the whole package, how you move. Some of y'all don't even make Miss Robinson laugh, so you don't get no votes, okay? You know you gotta have that comedy with me, baby. But yeah, it's like, I wish y'all could see the look on my face. It's like, girl, sit down. What Nene say to Claudia? You trying to be important in this? Like, ain't nobody think about you. I was at work, okay, taking care of clients. I just had to testify on behalf, okay, of somebody. Like, I got important things that I'm doing. I had a long ass drive the other day. Like, child, Miss Robinson been busy. You know, and it's like, ain't nobody thinking about you. You know, so it's like, get somewhere and sit down. You know? T.S. Madison, Kaya. Y'all can look up them videos. Always talked about, you know, different YouTube beefs. What's so special about him? We've always talked about different people. Melody did not influence anybody to talk about him. We talked about you because you are a part of the show. You're kind of like the cast at this point. You have constantly tried to attach yourself to this show. So there's nothing so special about you that we didn't do with other people. Okay, Tisha is talked about, Kimmy, Maurice, Melody, Martell, hell, Ariana ain't even on the show, and she's talked about. And it's just like what Martin said, man, just sit down. Okay, it's just petty. It's just like, this type of stuff, it's not a good look. And I see so many people's responses to it. And, you know, it just makes them dislike you even more. And it's like you just doing too much. Because the bigger content creators, they don't sue. They don't give a damn if you talk about them. Some of them do if you spread all and out lies. But yeah, people are commenting on your character, the stuff that you keep doing. And what I think it is you didn't get that in from Miss Wanda. You didn't get what you wanted from Miss Wanda. You thought you would buy one of them nasty ass potatoes and she would let you in. Okay, let me in now. Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. You didn't get what you wanted, baby, and you mad. Okay, tantrum. But let's get into these comments. Let's see what the people think about this. She needs to sue that obsessed stalking fan for $1 million. Maybe he'll mind his own business. It's crazy how many jealous stalkers Melody had. Carlos, his gay and straight friends, her bum-ass ex, and all his old hood rat chicks, side chicks like Dust Mite and Slow Slaw. All the scamming Scots. She left her own show and Full Steel Press. Yeah, Melody ain't... That's what really makes it look desperate, pathetic, and sad is that the woman ain't even on the show. And these content creators that you're talking about, they wasn't even thinking about you. Okay? And then here you go again. And this is what attention seeking looks like. It's like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Y'all forgetting about me. Remember me? And it's bad. Another person says he needs money. Another person says, I wouldn't give him $6. Another person says the lawyer fee should be more than what he's asking for. He's desperate at this point, but Mel gonna work him overtime. Another person says, you know you need to be committed for those voiceovers, LOL. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I try to give y'all a show. Like, really entertain y'all. You can't see me, but I want you to feel me. Okay? So that I really do try to do that. And I do it, you guys. Do y'all realize that this stuff is like at the top of my dome, doing these impressions and what they saying and stuff? Like, that's a lot. That is a lot, honey. But the girl does it. She gets it done, honey. I'm that girl. That's why the people always coming for me, honey, because I really am that girl. I am. I done had so many monitoring spirits try to take me down. I got niggas attaching themselves to my email. Okay, my email. It belongs to me. People trying to attach themselves. People trying to steal ideas and make them their own and not give the queen credit, honey. Like, you gotta be that bitch. Okay? And happy Mother's Day to me. Happy motherfucking Mother's Day. Don't I deserve it, honey? My daughter is 16, doing well in school. Shout out to her. Okay? Miss Chantel Shamir. Okay? Listen. Shout out to me for breaking generational curses, saying I will not allow abuse from a toxic mother. Okay? I put my big foot down with her father and said, who gives a fuck about who dad he is? Okay? We ain't got time for that bullshit, that toxicity, that disrespect. We don't do that. You don't do my child any type of way. And I said, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Shout out to me for standing on business. I respect that about me, you guys. I got to give myself that. Because a lot of people, like, raising a child by yourself is hard. But, like, it would have been so easy just to keep my mother around. Just to have her keep her while I travel. And shout out to me for saying, you know what? I got this. I'm going to figure this shit out. I ain't never did this shit in my life. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I thank God for giving me the strength. I really do. Because I needed help and encouragement along the way. I sure did. But let's get back to the comments, though. Happy Mother's Day, guys. If I didn't get to tell you, happy Mother's Day. I know I got some wonderful mothers that follow me, honey. So shout out to y'all. Hope you enjoyed your day. You deserve it. And, you know, thank you for standing on business when it came to taking care of them kids. And another thing I want to say, y'all stop worrying about how people take care of their children. If you needed housing, food stamps, whatever the hell you needed to take care of them damn kids, you did what the fuck you had to do. Okay? Because people like to shame people. Okay? So, yeah, shout out to y'all. Okay? If it apply, okay, then you know what it is. And if it don't apply, let it fly. But yeah, shout out to my peoples, to the women, honey. Let's get back to the people, honey. Another person says, well, he must need money bad. His obsession with her is crazy. Oh, another person comments, poor and crazy on top of crazy. Yeah, that's what I said. Another person says he's trying to pay off a bill. Another person says, hi, brand new. I love your content delivery. Best wishes to your channel. I just want to say that props need to be given to Misdiagnosis for first identifying and calling AL out for his demonistic behavior he has inflicted upon Black women, especially on the sector. Started with Melody, Mac, and Cake Gate. I don't know about that. Please wish Misdiagnosis well, as she shared that she is currently attending to her mental health. Okay, shout out to her. May God continue to bless her and her family. That's right. Absolutely. Another person says, not the Tisha voice. Okay, now, brand new. He got you named too, girl. All y'all got 6K. Laughing emojis. Another person says, facts. She was listed as well in the lawsuit. Some of y'all seem a bit geek. Like, yeah, it's time for you. It's time for your downfall. You're next, gal. You're next. Another person says, is he suing Carlos? No, but Carlos need to put his big foot down and sue him. That's what that'll knock all this shit out. Because that's where it starts and stops. You keep trying to piggyback off his show and insert yourself. Okay? That's what you keep doing. But that's what Carlos needs to do. Carlos actually, without saying any names, he spoke out on AL before, saying that that's not cool to be leaking footage of the storylines of the show, of what you think is coming up next. Yeah, Carlos don't like that, but he need to put his big foot down. Another person says, hey, Miss Robinson. Another person, brand new, you so silly. Another person, happy Mother's Day. Same to you. Another person says, you are hilarious. Another person says, I've been waiting, friend. How you feel about you in the lawsuit as well, ma'am? I like that comment. Another person says, brand new, he have you in a lawsuit too. I put most people that cover Love and Marriage Huntsville as mentioned. There are a lot of people that's in that list. If you notice, they mind their business. They're not thinking about him. I think I just listened to Scotty by Nature telling Empress that he wasn't even thinking about that man. And he don't even talk about him. And if he ever talked about him, he talked about him because he's attached to the show. You don't want to keep leaking footage, okay, of the show, of storylines. You did that. And we synced it and had an opinion about it. And you mad. It's a mess. Another person comments to that person and says, if you listen carefully, this is for my critical thinkers. Because a lot of people is just really giddy and, yeah, but you're next. And yeah, but. And Melody did say my name. Shout out to Melody. I saw Melody say my name. I said, look at Melody saying Miss Robinson's name, honey. I was honored, because I'm a Melody fan, honey. What's up, Melody? How you doing, gal? What's up? So the person says, if you listen carefully, he is only suing Mel. Yeah, Mel is the big fish out of us. Mel is the big fish. He's saying Melody influenced us to talk about him. But this is the thing with the show. You chose to attach yourself to the show. If you don't want anybody talking about you, then stop attaching yourself to the show. We talk about Marceau. We talk about Latifah, Destiny. Hell, you even went to Destiny's grand opening and got footage and wasn't supposed to and was saying little sly stuff off to the side. So your hands is not squeaky clean, boo-boo. Okay? Your hands are not clean. So the person says he mentions other bloggers' videos to support his lawsuit. Can he still try to sue us? Yes. That's what Melody said. She says he named all of you all in this lawsuit and he can try to sue you all. Okay? That's what Melody did say on that live. But as of right now, he's using her. Because remember, she shut the door on him. She rejected him. And this is how certain people act. They get upset. They didn't get, they didn't get in. Okay? He didn't get in through Miss Wanda. He didn't get in through Kiki. Because the door, they kept closing it. Hell, he just tried to go to an event. Shout out to Latifah. And Miss Wanda, so-called, we'll say allegedly invited him. Right? And then they didn't want him on the premises. And then he's like, well, I'm not even doing anything. That's another thing these people do. Because I've dealt with people like him, baiters, the toxic people of the world. I didn't even do anything. Meanwhile, I'm recording on the property. See how you keep attaching yourself to the show? And then in the next breath, you'll make another video saying you're done with the show and you working on your new show or your new podcast or whatever you're doing with the group of people you're doing it with. Then you're saying people came on your channel to hear your commentary when people screen record your commentary and they put it on Facebook and it pops up in these Love and Marriage Huntsville groups. Do you know that? So if you don't want people talking about you, then maybe you should remain a private citizen. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Okay? You should go back to private citizenship where it's safe and nobody will talk about you. But when you are an influencer, you are a content creator. Okay? When you are an actress, you're going to be talked about. And people have the right to judge how you move in these streets. They have the right. He is not suing the other bloggers they were just mentioned to support his lawsuit. Another person says, hey, Miss Robinson, I recently came across your books on Amazon. Okay, well, if you purchase one, can I get a review? Any of you all purchase the ebooks on Amazon? Get a girl a review. I'd appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Another person says, I wonder if you will be doing impersonations. When a L comes for you, your name is in the paperwork. This is not funny. It's actually annoying. You used to be one of my favorite bloggers. See, we have another confused, crazy person. Because if you're on my channel, then you're either on my channel. Are you a content creator? Are you doing research? Is that why you on my channel? Or you must like me. We have to quit this thing where we're on somebody's channel. Now, sometimes I may be on somebody's channel to do some research, honey. Okay? There is a such thing as research in these streets, baby. But what are you doing? Why are you here? You used to be one of my favorite bloggers until you started trying to impersonate some of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast. Baby, I don't try, I do it. And I do it very well. If I do say so myself. On my Jay-Z and Beyonce, honey. If I do it very well. You know what I actually do, you guys? I listen to my videos for quality and training purposes only. I used to work in customer service. So I have to listen, right? To make sure the commentary is done the way in which I want it to be done. And I told you all, I do this shit from the top of my head. There really is no script. There's no script, gal. Occasionally, I may forget what I'm supposed to say, but we pick it right back up. And we're just as entertaining as the shows, the YouTube shows where they do show themselves. Okay. But yeah, I do that shit, honey. I do that melody. I think we started out with Latifah. And then I got sick of doing her and But then I started doing melody. Absolutely. Then we went to Miss Van. Then we went to, what is her name? Martell's Mammy, Miss Marlene. I do Evelyn Lozada. Some of my favorite comedians are Red Fox, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy. They do impressions. So yeah, like I am in alignment with what I want to do. This is my show. I can do it how I want to do it. And if you don't like it, you know where the door is, gal. Y'all know where that damn door is. Okay, so let's see what some of the people said to this person. Okay. I was feeling a little like Beyonce. I said, get her. Get her. Okay, so one person says, why don't you move around? Who cares about what you think? You can scroll. I know that's right, baby. Tell them where to go. Another person says, I don't think she's being mean. She constantly states how fine Mel is. Mel is a fine motherfucker. Okay, she bad. Who cheating on that? Bitch didn't pass the damn builder's license test. What the other one doing? Still trying to find the key to her cage child a mess. The other one don't look that good. Okay, she don't. I can't look at her without blinking. Okay. She acknowledges what those fools put her through and always credit Mel and Miss Van for their accomplishments. I do. I give the girls their props. I like them. Okay. And I put, yep, I'm still going to do my impersonations. Yes, I'm still going to do my impersonations. I'm not going to ever stop being who I am. Ever. Okay? Another person says, obviously you care about what I think. I think Brand New is an awesome content creator overall, so we can agree to disagree. Another person says, if you don't like Brand New, then move around to the content creators you do like. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. For real. Okay? Oh, he also tried to get in through Stormy, right? So we know that too. So he didn't been around the block. Okay, it's kind of like being a hoe. It's like your name is gonna get around. Like, remember Tupac? I get around, dun 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 dun. I get around. I mean, listen, I'm just stating the obvious, okay? Okay, so really quickly, let me get into my next story. We got Halle Bailey accuses ex-boyfriend DDG of physical and verbal abuse. She gets temporary restraining order. I cannot allow this abuse any longer, Bailey wrote in court documents obtained by People. Halle Bailey filed for a restraining order against her ex DDG, alleging physical and verbal abuse. Bailey alleges in her request for a restraining order that DDG bruised and chipped her front tooth and accused him of weaponizing his online following. Bailey also requested custody of their son Halo during her stay in Italy for filming an upcoming project. So let's see what the people think about this. I feel like he was always jealous of her. She's a beautiful singer, a wonderful mom. You know, you could just tell that she's really in tune with her child. And it just was giving like Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, except he wasn't even like Bobby Brown. I wouldn't even give him Bobby Honey. I used to love me some Bobby Honey. Okay. It's a mess, and it's sad because they have a child together, and it's always sad when there is DV, in a co-parenting relationship. Okay, so her name is actually Halle Bailey, and it's very like similar to Halle Berry. So I was like, no, I don't think it's Halle, but yeah, that's how you actually pronounce her name. A lot of people did not want them to be a couple. They didn't want her to have a baby with him. It looked like the classic case of good girl, bad guy, right? So let's see what the people think about this. So one person says, we were vindicated. Dumb, Goofy, and Halle should have never been together. He used her, then he trapped her. That's what a lot of men will do. That way they can have like permanent access to you. It's not that they love you, right? And they know that women are giddy to be loved and get married. But yeah, they'll have that baby with you. That way they can terrorize you and have you in a burning house for a lifetime. Okay? Another person says, men acting a fool towards women they should never have had access to. I'm mad as hell. Another person says, His reaction on the stream alone to finding out about the restraining order, it lets me know everything I need to know. That young lady is not lying, and his mother needs to be quiet and stop defending the foolishness. Oh, we got another Miss Marlene in the house? Okay, defending her toxic son.
Don't talk about my boy. That's my boy.
Another person says his brother, going through the same, tells me everything I need to know about his garbage ass mom and his family. It's the Jackson brothers and Kiki all over again. These men are extremely jealous. Yeah, when a man is jealous of you, he'll hit you, he'll sabotage you. They don't have to just physically hit you. They could set you up to get jumped, to be talked about, to be teased by your enemies. They will run back, okay, and tell all of your business to your enemies, lie, make you look bad, okay, to your enemies, make themselves look good, okay. They are very feminine and evil, because don't no man that I know act like that. I think it's like punk ass as hell for a man to be jealous of a woman. Like, that man is the literal definition of a bitch that's like jealous of a woman. Like, go and compete with somebody with the same sexual organs that you have, nigga, and leave the women alone. So you gotta look at that. Like, men that's jealous, that's why a lot of men hit women to control them, you know, to dominate. The less they feel like a man, the more they feel like they need to control you. Be wary of any man, ladies, constantly telling you, but I'm a man, you are not here on this planet to dominate anybody, to control. They will use love, having a baby with you, having sex with you. They will use all of that. Okay? They would use all of that as a reason to treat you bad. So, yeah, it's no excuse. Another person says, I hate that she picked him to duplicate with. He don't even want her. He wants the attention that come with being her baby daddy. If there was no spotlight for having Halo, he would be in the wind. And honey, on that note, I am done. Yes, honey, I believe all of what that person just said. That's what a lot of niggas do. They want, you know, proximity to you. That way they can come up off of you. Okay? Use you. Copy and paste your ideas. Okay? So, yeah, it's a mess. And, you know, I feel sorry for her and her child, but hopefully, you know, with her getting the restraining order, they don't 100% protect you, but at least you are documenting the situation. And always, 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 ladies, document. Documentation saved my life this past week. Because I was able to be like, right here, nigga, but right here. Did you see right here, though, nigga? Did you see right here? Did you see on this date and time? Did you see that? Like, that's how I move. That's how I roll. Honey, Miss Desiree, honey, taught me that a long time ago. My mother, she was like, document, document, document. But on that note, honey, I will check you guys out in the next video.